Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Haymon. Un abrazo, canal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Let's talk about apparently it was a rumor that's going around that Turkey, His Excellency wants to do Crawford and Crawford and Canelo over there in Saudi Arabia. And I got some Canelo rumors, and I'll get that out the way first, man. So, hearing that Canelo, next opponent, it ain't 100% sure yet, may not be a PBC fighter. I'll probably get the name before y'all officially get the name. So as soon as I get a name, I'll tell y'all, but it's not 100% sure yet. Now, this is all alleged, right? Now, also on top of that, right? On top of all of that, hearing that Canelo could sue Al Haymon. This could have been his own video, to be real, but yeah, I heard he might sue Al Haymon for breach of contract, allegedly. Damn, I forgot that's right there. Yeah, he might sue Al Haymon for breach of contract. So you're like, well, why, bro? What? Because apparently Al Haymon can't deliver what he wants in the contract. Now, apparently, Canelo wants $35 million guaranteed to fight Jermall Charlo, and that's who he wants to fight at the PBC roster. He won Canelo in September, but you know what? I don't know. I might just talk about this depending on how long this video is, and then I'll double back on the Canelo, the Saudi Arabia Bud thing, depending on how long this video is, because this is complicated, right? So apparently, Saudi Arabia wants, Canelo won $35 million guaranteed to fight Jermall Charlo. But how bad Jermall Charlo did, Al Haymon pretty much know he ain't gonna bring no return on his investment. But that's who Canelo want to fight. He refused to fight David Benavidez. Even they tried to work out a plan where he'll fight Terence Crawford in May, because that's where all the money gonna be generated between Crawford and Canelo. And then they had more than enough money to pay him to do Canelo and Jermall Charlo in September, but Canelo don't want to fight Terence Crawford in May. That's a quick turnaround. He wants to fight, Jermall Charlo. And the thing about it is, if he fought David Benavidez and then fought Terence Crawford, there'd be plenty of money left over to make those fights. But he's hell bent on fighting. Jermall Charlo. This is what happens when you start pandering to these dudes and kissing their ass, because they not worth the money that they think they actually worth. You feel me? They not worth the money they think that's actually worth. And my Dr. Umar voice, say it again. They're not worth the money they think they actually worth. So now you done kissed his ass to come over here. And that's why the zone didn't mind letting Canelo walk, because they not making the money they said they making off Canelo at all. They kissing his ass so much, he ain't doing numbers like they doing numbers. And the Jermall Charlo fight did really, really bad. So, like I continue to say, bro, this is what happen when you kiss these dudes' ass, bro. This is what happened when you kiss these dudes' ass, bro. And now you didn't pandered, and he didn't, he was so fluid with everybody, all his fighters, and now his fighters don't want to give him a deal on the pay cut, even though he been overpaying them. But when you see inflation the way it is, how can they sit there and want to take a pay cut? You hear Stevie Kim saying an anonymous PBC manager told an anonymous PBC fighter manager told him that they out of there. They not doing that no more. And a lot of PBC fighters that we probably ain't heard of, like Luis Ortiz or somebody smaller than that in name, they basically taking fights elsewhere. They actually taking fights with smaller promoters just to stay active and get some bread in their pocket. Jared Hurd did it, Luis Ortiz did it, and then Stevie Kim named another guy that did it in his interview with Coach Malachi. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro, it's just at a point where you just can't keep kissing these guys' ass. Yeah, you can show this guy, that guy special treatment, but when you let them do what they want to do and they don't want to do what you say do, or do what makes financial sense for all parties, for you, which makes financial sense for them, it's a wrap. If he fought Benavidez, then Crawford, it'd be plenty enough money to go around. But since he want to fight Jamal Charlo, ain't no money. So now apparently he can get out of that PBC contract, allegedly try to sue Al Haymon for breach of contract. But my thing is this: if Al Haymon let him go lawyer free, I mean, why would you want to sue him? Maybe because he said, well, he owe me some money. This the language. I need my money from Al Haymon. So I mean, he backed by the cartel allegedly too. So I don't know if Al Haymon want to play that. But right now, it already sounds like Canelo got a potential opponent on another platform, which I assume is the Zone. They told me they won't tell me nothing until they 100% sure. So him and Al Haymon still working them kinks out. But apparently, Canelo could sue for breach of contract. Canelo could sue for breach of contract. So that's a real thing, bro. Canelo could sue for breach of contract. So, that's if Al Haymon don't want to let him go. But if Al Haymon let him walk scot-free, I really don't understand why would you sue. I mean, I guess this might owe you some money, but he ain't stop you from making no money. But this is what happened when you let the fighters have power. That's what the De La Hoya movement was all about. That's what the I don't even know if this shit's open. Yeah, it's open. That's what the De La Hoya movement was all about. That's what the Mayweather being their own bosses movement was about. But yeah, man, they I don't know where I left off at, but yeah, that's what happened when you let people do what the hell they want to do. These fighters run rapid. You could blame Floyd and De La Hoya for that shit, man. It's like letting the kid do what they want to do. What do you deserve for dinner? I don't want to go to school. Now I don't want to say the fighters was oppressed by the promoters and shit, but I say this all the time. When the weak become in power, they abuse the power. And the fighters are abusing the promoters. And you know what? They deserve to be honest. But the consumer should not be punished. The fighter should never punish the consumer. And we understand that they got to get paid. And they should get paid the right money. But that's the first thing I'm really eating today. Peanut butter cup pie from Dairy Queen. Even though I went back to the hood and they ain't leave my whipped cream on top, I ain't even mad. But this is what happened. We shouldn't suffer. We shouldn't suffer at all. But that's why you let Canelo do what he want to do. And what happens when you let these fighters do what they want to do? No cap. So, man, right now, they negotiating and probably trying to come to a number. They don't want Canelo to go back to another platform. Or they probably don't want to let Canelo sue neither. So, what's a contract if you can just walk in and out of contracts? He did that with his own. He's doing it with Al Haymon. And they can't keep having that shit. But if it make the most money and they generate the money to give him $35 million, fight Benavidez. Well, we all know why he gonna do that. We all know why. But then again, it's still this narrative that Canelo don't duck nobody. Okay, whatever. The man literally gave up his belt to Doug Derevchenko. We act like that didn't happen. Literally. But so be it. So at the end of the day, it sounds like some type of agreement between Al Haymon is already pretty much done. That's what it sounds like. So if you negotiate with other platforms, with other fights, this shit is done. It might be a couple dollars thrown Canelo away for the inconvenience, but this shit pretty much done. So, but nonetheless, I don't know if it's enough time to put him in there with a Munguia and really build it the way it needs to be built. I think they're about six weeks out. You know, I think they're about 6 weeks out. So I don't know if it's enough time to do a Munguia fight. To be honest, I don't know. But we'll fuck around and find out. But yeah, that's the problem. He don't want to take the fights. He don't want to take the fights that generate the money where they can pay him. But Al Haymon, when you bend over backwards for these fighters, this is what happened. These fighters ain't gonna show you no leeway. They ain't gonna show you no sympathy. No, none of that. No, none of that. You know, they ain't gonna show you no love. What's that Eminem song? You get no love. So if Canelo get his release and he sue Al Haymon, now the only way I can see him suing is Al Haymon, like, you gotta fight Benavidez or we just gonna go to court. Alright. I can see that happening. If that happened, okay. But if he sue him, it's because Al Haymon don't let him leave that contract. That's what it is. If Al Haymon let him walk, he probably not gonna sue. That's probably the exact scenario. And in negotiations, you can't come off as soft. You gotta take a hard stand. You gotta take a hard stand. If you Canelo on Al Haymon, we'll see who flinch. But right now, Al Haymon just ain't got no money to pay nobody. Especially to fight nobodies. And why you, as Canelo, you want to fight Jamal Charlo out of all people? That's my problem. That boy want less fights for the most money, and I ain't blaming him. That's what they want to do. He like, my people gonna buy this shit regardless. Fuck what Al Haymon talking about. And the Jamil Charlo fight did bad, they said. Even after a while, when Pacquiao and Mayweather weren't fighting each other, they were just fighting Guerreros and Shane Mosleys and shit. The fans stopped buying that shit. And Showtime had to make Floyd Mayweather fight Canelo to fight Manny Pacquiao. He didn't fight him on his own will. Showtime made that fight happen. But it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the box from the playlist, hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, much more. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.